Not yet. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, replay viewers, welcome to the Get Speaking Gigs live stream of the day. Today, I am taking on a big challenge. I'm going to try to lay out for you the entire speaking business from scratch, how to go from zero to highly paid speaker, earning 7, maybe even 8 figures, maybe 6, but you can still get some pretty darn good paychecks. Here's how this is going to go. I'm going to go through the steps. You're going to write them down. I think you should. I think you should write them down. This is going to be that valuable. Listen, I just got off a coaching call, session, a one-on-one session with someone who I laid this out for, and it's fresh in my mind, and I absolutely want to share it with you as well. So if you are a speaker who is trying to get more speaking gigs, pay attention. If you are someone who has never done a speaking gig and you want to learn how to get speaking gigs, pay attention. If you're someone who has been studying and learning how to get speaking gigs for a long time, pay attention, because I'm going to debunk a lot of these myths out there, and I'm going to help you avoid a lot of the distractions, because most of the information about this topic is noise, much like my hat has visual noise in it. Here we go. Step number 1, the very first thing that you have to do, the very first thing you should be writing down is this: choose your bookable topic. Choose your bookable topic. If you don't know if your topic is bookable or not, reach out to me. Tim@GetSpeakingGigs.com. Set up a time to chat with me. We will hold your topic up to the light and see if it can be swiveled, angled, positioned in such a way where it is bookable. But that is your first order of business. Choose a bookable topic. That's deal-breaking stuff. It's make or break stuff. Get your topic wrong, you are dead in the water. You're not going to be booked as a speaker. You're just not. Get your topic right. Doesn't mean you're going to get booked, but it means you're going to be off to a great start. Number 2, package your program. Package your information. Package your knowledge. Package your expertise. Package it. And I don't mean put it into a speech, put it into a documentary video, put it into a book. I mean, get it so that you can communicate what your topic is and the value that it brings in such a way that makes people go, yes, I need that. We need that in our organization. We need that in our association. We need that for our company. We need that for our employees. We need that yesterday. When you can clearly communicate the value that your information brings to the table, you are ahead of 90% of the speakers out there today. I promise you, this is the sticking point. This is the hang up. This is the part of the game that most speakers mess up big time. They don't know how to package their information. Now, tangibly, a package might be a sentence that you say when someone asks, what do you speak about? Tangibly, it might be the title of your speech. Tangibly, it might be the words that go on your website. It might be a document that you give people when they give you their email address, sort of a piece of content, a manifesto, if you will. But all of this is just how you communicate what your dang topic is. So have a topic. Next stage is to be able to communicate that topic clearly and in such a way that people want it. And sometimes it even involves repositioning the topic, or actually putting context around the topic and looking at your topic from a different angle. Okay, so sometimes that is involved as well in that step. You ready for the next step? You ready to write down? Okay, so step 1, have a topic. Step 2, package that topic. Clearly communicate what it is. Next, speak. Speak. Do speaking gigs. I don't mean highly paid speaking gigs yet, but maybe, right? Maybe. If you do a great job packaging and positioning, you might already be in a place where you don't have to pay your dues. You don't have to go and get 10 years of experience on stages. You can start getting paid speaking gigs right out of the gate. I've seen it happen. It absolutely can happen if you are a person who has maybe some life experience, maybe some work experience. Maybe you've written a book. I don't know. But you can start getting speaking gigs. There's so much opportunity now, more than ever, for getting speaking gigs. You can do this, live stream. This could be considered speaking. When you go out and do speaking, people hear you speak, they hear the message that you've packaged, and either they resonate with it, they reach out to you, they say, our people need this. Okay. So you speak. You can get on stages. You can get on screens. There are organizations, tons of them. If you go to getspeakinggigs.com, I give you something like 44 different organizations who will hire you to speak. Right now, sight unseen, they're desperate for speakers. You know who else is desperate for speakers? Podcasts. Go on podcasts, be a podcast guest, and you can start doing speaking that way. Start telling people your message. Start telling people your message. There's a few different ways we teach on how to do that in the Get Speaking Gigs world that involve getting paid. There are some that involve not getting paid, but the payment that you receive, if it's not money, it is things like demo video footage. It's benefits like experience and flight time. It's benefits like expanding your network and having people see you speak. That's it. That's the next pay. That's the next piece. 3, start speaking. Start speaking. Number 4, leverage those speaking opportunities. So if you're on a podcast, leverage that podcast. Make sure you grab as many email subscribers as possible. And some other things. Make sure you drop in some things about, some lines about being available for speaking and all kinds of stuff you can do. There's 39 different things that we teach that you can do at every speaking opportunity that you have, live or virtual, that can turn that gig into opportunities, that can turn that into conversations with decision makers, that can turn that into a huge mailing list for yourself. So that is the next piece. Leverage. We call it snowballing, because every time you do a gig, you want it to create momentum and gather snow as it's rolling down the hill and turn into more gigs and more gigs and more gigs. Imagine if you had the ability to do one gig and then turn that into 3 gigs. You would never be bored. You would always be busy if that was the math. And if you're doing 39 things, 39 action items, 39 steps at every speaking opportunity, you think you can get 3 gigs, right? Out of a room full of 400 people, you think you can convert some of those people to speaking gigs? I would hope so. Now, I want you to notice what we're not doing. We are not getting distracted. We haven't even made a website yet, right? We talked a little bit about words that might go on a website, right? When it comes to packaging. But you know what? After we've done a bunch of gigs and turned them into gigs, now we have demo video footage. Now we have testimonials. Now we have social proof. Now we have client logos. Now we have all the stuff that we can make a great website with. So the next step, the next stage, the next phase is what we call legitimizing. Getting yourself to a place where you have this cachet, this clout, I am a speaker who has achieved a certain level of legitimacy, and you as the buying audience can trust me. You can trust that I'm going to do a great job. And at this point is where your fees start to go up, right? This is the point where you start to ask for and receive higher fees for different audiences, for different groups, for different associations or different levels, right, of audiences. And that step right there we call legitimize. And it's demo video, it's website, it's any kind of materials that you have. And there's some cool and clever ones that you can put together to make yourself look legitimate. Next, we scale. Next, we start doing some active prospecting. We start doing some active outreach. We find events. We make sure we go out to get those events and we book those events. Right? You do not want to be out there selling yourself if you don't have a clearly defined, clearly packaged presentation that you're selling. If you don't know what's on the menu, how can you take orders? So it's very important that before you get to this step right here, which we'll call it step. It's line item 6 today. I've combined a couple in our Get Speaking Gigs process. In the Get Speaking Gigs world, it's 7. I don't want to confuse anybody, but we'll call it 6. It's this prospecting phase, going out and getting gigs. Next, after that, right? So after prospecting, you're going to write this down. Celebrity. Let's use that word. Let's use status. Let's use the word maybe notches in your belt. Let me give you some examples. This is the stage of the game. You have clearly identified your message. You have crafted a business where you're out there, you're speaking, you're turning those speeches into more speeches, you're prospecting, you're networking, you're doing all kinds of stuff, and you have all kinds of opportunity. You're not distracted by, whatever crazy clubhouse flavor of the week that is out there right now. You are focused and you're going through the process. Now you want gigs to come to you. Now you want to be that celebrity who, maybe now it's time to write that book. Whereas before, writing a book would have been a distraction. Now you've got an audience that book can launch to. And when you write a book, you want to make sure people are buying it. You do not want to write a book and then have only a couple hundred copies sell. You do not want to write a book and then hope to hit the bestseller list and you barely make a fizzle on Amazon. Nothing. You don't want that. So step 8 is where, the 7th step today, the 7th piece is where we do that. It's where we begin to create those notches in our belt. Maybe you get some certifications. Maybe you, again, write that book. Maybe you create that online course. Maybe you, you get repped by a speakers bureau, perhaps at this point. Maybe you start partnering strategically with people in the industry because guess what? You're referable at this point. You're a known entity. You're someone who is out there working and getting gigs and getting paid. Maybe this is the time you raise your fee. When you release that book, when you get that book published, forget about it, right? You should have 5-figure fees at this point and higher. So those are the steps. Hopefully you've written them down. Those are the steps to go from zero, from absolute scratch to highly paid professional speaker. It is simple. It is not easy. Right? Especially those first early, like most people get hung up on step 1. They can't even choose their topic. There's so much I could speak about. I don't want to shoot myself in the foot. I don't want to cut off potential clients by only focusing on this. Pick a topic, right? Next piece, clarifying, packaging that topic. Very difficult for people to do. People who haven't had experience in the speaking game, people who don't have their finger on the pulse of what organizations are hiring speakers to do. So, those are the hangups. Those are the challenges. Once you have that stuff down, the rest is just following the plan and following the process. Listen, you know me, Tim David, you know that I have this logo up here, getspeakinggigs.com. See what we can help you to do. Head over there, take a look. There's a bunch of different options and opportunities. One that I'm really excited about is this new program called Your Signature Speech. You're going to have to dig. You're going to have to dig into the website a little bit. Let me do this. Let me give you a direct link. I think it's going to be, let me put it in, and hopefully this shows up on Facebook. Hopefully this shows up on YouTube. But the answer is this, getspeakinggigs.com/YSS. Now, this is a program that'll help you with phase 1, stage 1, understanding how to choose a topic, understanding how to package a topic, understanding how to craft a speech. That's gravy, right? That is gravy. Some people think that's the main part of the course. I personally think that's one of the easier parts, is standing on a stage and delivering a home run speech. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward when you know how to do it. So that is the resource that I have for you if you are starting out, or if you are reevaluating and saying to yourself, I've been trying to get out there and prospect. I've been having very little result. Maybe you've been doing a ton of prospecting and getting no results. Maybe it's because prospecting isn't broken. Maybe packaging is broken. Maybe you're bringing to the marketplace a message that nobody wants or nobody understands. So yes, absolutely, it could be a packaging problem and not a prospecting problem. So I highly, highly recommend you check out this brand new course, Your Signature Speech, How to Plan, Develop, and Deliver Your Reputation-Making Speech. In person, virtual, hybrid, it all applies. And I think that we have allotted too much time to today's live stream. I'm trying to keep these to 10 minutes, and we're at 14 minutes. So we will end this broadcast for now, and we will see you again tomorrow. Speak soon.